Hello, everybody. I'm CJ Miller. I'm your Impetuous chef. I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana, across the Red River from beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana. This is round steak, cut round steak, and it is in a batter of about. Let me flip it first, and then I'll give you the recipe. I flipped it with my tongs, and this is the last piece. And look how beautiful this looks. So there's some some darker crusty pieces that are getting, because this is the last piece, so it's going to get a little bit darker. But as it's frying, the juices on the inside are going to come up through the batter anyway, and you're going to get those juices that form on top and give a little slight discoloration here or there. But trust me, this is delicious. This is a very delicious way to make a chicken fried steak, and here is the treatment for the batter. You can use all-purpose, you can use self-rising. I used all-purpose here. Self-rising will give you some fluffiness, but really it's unnecessary. So you want to make sure the secret here is to use a non-stick pan, or you can use a deep fry with the basket or something. The main thing, you want your oil to be really, really, really hot. There's just a little bit of a shallow in the bottom of the skillet. Okay, and so it's one of these things you're going to need some tongs or some utensils that can withstand being near some heat. So if you're trying to use anything other than, if you're trying to use something, little rubber or something like that, there is a risk that you might melt the rubber. They say they can withstand extreme heat. Sometimes they cannot. So just be careful as you're doing the utensils. But here's the recipe. I used about 2.5 cups of the flour, 2 eggs, 1 egg per cup, basically, roughly. You can eyeball it. It doesn't have to be exact. And then you're going to add enough milk, water, or a combination, and whisk that up till it's like, maybe a really thin pourable. Well, you saw what it looks like, but let me show you. I've got some left over, what the batter should look like. So it should be a thick paste like this, almost like a fish and chips type batter, or a thicker pancake kind of batter. You want that. You want this kind of consistency. Truth is, it could be a little bit thinner, but you want this. You want it to be kind of pasty, and then fry it on each side till it gets good. To the temperature that you want. You can let this go a little undercooked, because when you take it out, it's still going to sit on the heat. When you take it out and you plate it while you're waiting to serve, it's still going to continue to cook on the inside, the temperature of the meat. If you come up with a perfectly medium, you're going to end up, by the time you serve it, with a medium well or a well done, because the steak is inside. So if you really want someone who wants a medium steak, go just before you get to that medium, what you would consider medium, and then remove it, and then the heat will kind of, as it sits, it'll get to that medium. But if you try to do a rare, the meat is still going to be room temperature on the inside. It'll cook on the outside, but it'll be rare on the inside. And a rare steak genuinely will not cook too much once you take it out, unless you have it under like a heat lamp or something like that, but for the warming of the food in a restaurant. Usually in a kitchen, a rare steak won't. And that's a mistake I make frequently. I'll go for making like a rare steak for someone who wants like a rare or medium rare, and maybe I'll undercook it, and so maybe it'll have to be cooked a little bit more when we find out that I cooked it too quick. But I think I need to get back over here. Okay, so I just gave it a flip with these tongs gripping on the side. Careful not to scrape the plate. This is pretty much done. I can lower the temperature and let it rest here until it gets to an internal temperature that I find is okay. But as far as the crust and the breading and everything, this is great. Love and light, and God bless. Bon appetit.